take it.
Yes.
Snehal.
Yeah.
How is it that a girl's name is given to you?
No, it's a unisexual. Both boys and girls can.
So is that so?
Yes.
In your town also there are plenty of boys.
Not plenty of, mostly girls keep it, but it's a unisexual name, so both boys and girls. I know few of my friends who are also boys and they have this.
Snehal चा अर्थ काय आहे?
Snehal means someone who is loving and kind and compassionate.
तालुका कोणता तुमचा? भंडारा तालुका पण भंडारा.
Yes.
तुम्ही इतके जास्त शिकलेले आहे MPSC करता येतात म्हणजे मला नवल वाटतं. कारण शिक्षण तुमचं खूप जास्त आहे. Have you not tried for MPSC?
No sir, I have not given.
Because your percentage is also quite good as I understand. Percentage वर छान आहे ना, 90च्या वर.
93. I'm more comfortable with the nature of exam MPSC is, like the objective type. I'll try for UPSC, but I thought MPSC is more doable for me.
तुम्ही इंग्लिश मध्ये जास्त कम्फर्टेबल आहात का?
I'm comfortable in both.
In both. Because I am trying to speak to you in Marathi sometimes, but you prefer, I thought.
I can switch.
Okay. So you appeared for it MPSC.
No. This is my first attempt at MPSC. Later on, if I get selected, I'll try.
If you get selected both for a uniform service as well as a non-uniform service, which one would you prefer?
Non-uniform, mostly in if it's the revenue section, then I'll go for that.
You would go for that. Why?
Because the diversity of work it has on the revenue side. The uniforms, it's only one particular field, mostly law and order. So we don't have much, like only one field of work. But in the revenue side, we have many, like from health to education, women development. So I'll go for that.
So as soon as you entered, first I imagined yourself in uniform. A slim person in uniform looks good. Otherwise, a person whose tummy is walking 1 foot ahead of him looks very ugly in uniform. What do you think public gets the impression about a person who is wearing uniform and whose tummy is walking 1 foot ahead? What will a public impression be about that person?
Public impression would be definitely a little bit bad. But the service conditions which the people face, mostly in the lower sections of the services, the lower ranks, the workers, they work more than 8 hours. They do night shifts. So it's difficult for them to maintain fitness. So I think that's the reason.
They are working day and night. It doesn't mean that they have to be eating day and night. So
no sir. No sir. If there is lack of sleep, then it definitely affects our body. I think.
But the law and order is not the only issue that uniform services are handling. There are a good number of issues. Can you list them? Can you tell them 5? Tell me 5.
Uniform police services.
Yeah.
Then excise is also there. Police law and order is there.
And that's not your subject of interest. You want to be in non-uniform service and get into this. But you will be trying for UPSC as well.
Yeah.
What are your hobbies?
I like to do Varli paintings.
You like to?
Varli paintings.
Do Varli paintings or appreciate them?
No, I make Varli paintings.
Where did you learn that?
I learned from YouTube.
From YouTube. Okay. Which area of Maharashtra does this specialize?
The Palghar and Thane districts of Maharashtra.
Who are the tribals who do it?
Varli tribe.
What is special about it?
The specialty is it's very connected to nature. So the themes of these paintings are mostly based on nature and the tribal gods. And these are made during the occasions of marriage, and other festivals which they celebrate.
What is the material used?
Material, they use rice flour, and they mix it with gum, and they use a bamboo stick to make the brush traditionally. But nowadays we use like these brushes, ready-made brushes we use.
Can you tell a couple of themes in Varli art?
Themes, marriage is there. Then the group celebration which they do during festivals, that is there.
Good enough, good enough. I'm satisfied with that. What about some sports? Do you play anything?
I'm not too much into sports, but I appreciate, like, I could not do sports during my education years, but I would love to if I get time.
Your weight is 60 kilos.
That's
Height is
profile,
179.
that's old profile. It's 65.
To me, Samit, you have inclination for the revenue and service, no?
Yeah.
What is that? Revenue in the state civil service, your choice for?
Yeah, it's a collection of revenue, like grant.
Deputy director.
Yeah, deputy.
Deputy director.
This year that post is not there.
Deputy director post is not
Not
there?
there, yes.
ज़्यादा नहीं है ना?
No, yes.
नहीं है?
But later on, there can chances they can increase.
No, they can't increase.
But they have not advertised.
They are not advertised.
This is the last stage, they can't increase it now.
Then your choice is for
Deputy CEO.
deputy CEO.
Is that the only post?
And no DYSP?
No.
No, no,
So no DYSP, no
No
deputy
DC.
director for your batch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Achha,
3D batch.
deputy CEO. That belongs to which department?
Developmental administration.
Developmental administration. So the Jila Parishad.
Yeah, exactly.
What is Panchayat Raj?
Panchayat Raj is rural, like local self-government, in which we, like in 1992, we made an amendment in the constitution and we extended the tiers of government. Like earlier it was only central and state government. Now we extended it to local government also. So now we have 3 tiers of government. So it was for taking more participation of the people at the ground.
what is PRC in connection with this?
Panchayat Raj Commission.
Committee.
Why is everybody making so much Allah about PRCNR? What is there to be so tense about?
आता आ गया ना players.
They come to review the projects and all.
So what? EGS committee also comes.
Yeah.
Why PRC is given so much importance? What are the officers scared of? Officers are under a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Why?
If they haven't done their work efficiently, they must be in tension.
So you mean to say that the committee people come to see how inefficient people works are going on and accordingly punish them. They come
Not punish, but yeah, they review and maybe they give remarks.
Is there any money matter involved?
That matter is there,
Please tell me about that matter also. Why is, suppose I am an honest person doing my job and I am a very worried man. My wife asked me the previous night, "Kya ho gaya? Are you sick or something?" I said, no, PRC. What makes me worry so much about PRC?
there are issues of corruption which the officers do, and they are, I think, worried about that. So if PRC comes, their thing will come in front. They will be exposed. They are worried about that.
That is a legislative committee, no? Yes, is a legislative committee.
I'm not aware of
Yeah. So you have a 93% mark in HSC, no? 91 in
10th.
SSC. There is any scheme of the state government, those who scored about 75%, they get some scholarship.
Yeah, when I went to college, there was a top 100 student scholarship for SC students, and similar scholarship was there for ST students also. So those students who study in institutes of national importance, the scholarship is for them. So I think avail tax formation.
What is the name of that?
Top 100 students studying in institutes of national importance. So now,
That is Rajasthan Sharma's college.
yeah,
State government.
central government, so we can avail
So you our central government. So you belong to scheduled caste.
Yes.
What is this you say in the category SC? Caste certificate. Why you need a caste certificate? And who issued the caste certificate?
The subdivision officer issues it, and caste certificates needed because we need to avail many schemes and services by the government, and it's for the identification of people if they are from the community or not. Okay.
What is the constitutional safeguards for this?
There are many constitutional safeguards in constitution.
Like
In fundamental rights, we have Article 16, in which it gives a reservation in promotion in employment. And in DPS directive principles also, the constitution asks the government to make policies for the betterment of people who are from the lower levels of society, marginalized.
have you heard something about budget?
Yes.
What is that?
Budget is the annual financial statement made by the government of India, which is put forth in Parliament or the state legislative assembly, and it enlists all the revenues and expenditures of the government, and it takes permission from the Parliament to do expenditure and take the
Any constitutional, what can we say, any article for that?
yes article is there. I think it's 112. I'm not sure.
112
Yes.
of the budget, yes.
And 202 something.
266.
I'm not sure. But
Yeah, you are right. Highlight of the budget of the central government. Few highlights.
One of the highlight was they want to spend 6% of the GDP on education. Education.
Okay.
Education. And they are promising V-shaped recovery after COVID. I think was that.
घर घर नल घर घर जल ऐसा कुछ.
Yeah, Jal Jeevan Mission is there. Many missions.
Anything specific for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in the budget?
Yes,
Have you heard the name scheduled caste subplan, tribal subplan?
so yeah, I have heard, but I'm not clear.
About Maharashtra budget, any highlight you know? Maharashtra budget. Birthplace of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar.
Monk.
What is Mahu? Kya naam?
I can make
Mahu
a guess.
means
I can make a guess.
you can expand that Mahu.
Yeah, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar.
MHOW Mahu, MHOW
yes.
means what?
I can make a guess.
Is
Is
it?
it-
Please do that.
Is it the plant which is used to make
Yeah.
liquor?
What is
The plant which is used to make liquor.
Mahu? I am asking about Mahu, not that. Birthplace of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is
Yes.
Mahu, no?
Yeah, it's in MP.
So Mahu means MHOW.
Yeah.
So what stands for? This abbreviation stands for?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it's one name. Is
See,
it-
document required for the caste certificate.
What's it?
Documents. What document required to be produced?
For making?
For making caste certificate.
I think they asked for like 50 years ago documents.
50 years
Yeah.
ago. Okay. But that's all.
Other things.
No, you got the certificate, no?
Yeah.
How you got the certificate?
I applied. My father did.
Yes, you got.
I was very.
तुमची वडील काय करतात?
My father used to work as a supervisor at construction sites, but now he's at home. He had some injury in the spine, so that
भाऊ वगैरे
I have a sister, younger sister.
she studies.
She studies BSc first year.
You are aware about this ration card?
Yes.
You have seen ration card?
Yeah, I have.
You have
We have.
किती प्रकारचे रेशन कार्ड आता गव्हर्नमेंट देत असतं?
रेशन कार्ड एक केशरी रेशन कार्ड असतं UPL साठी, एक पांढरा रेशन कार्ड
पांढरं रेशन कार्ड
आणि अन्नपूर्णासाठी एक वेगळा पांढरा रेशन कार्ड असतो.
वेगवेगळे रेशन कार्ड. तुमच्याकडे कुठला आहे?
केशरी आणि पिवळा असतो.
तुमच्याकडे पिवळा म्हणजे बीपीएलच्या काय मिळतं त्याच्यावर?
फूड ग्रेन्स, राईस, मीट, sometimes sugar, kerosene also.
गावातले काही काय म्हणजे यू कम फ्रॉम द विलेज?
I come from the
विलेज. काय प्रश्न असतात गावातले सर्वसाधारण?
In my village specifically the issue of drinking water is there. खूप म्हणजे जलशुद्धीकरण प्रकल्पातून जो पाणी येतो म्हणजे शुद्धीकरण होतं की नाही माहिती, एकदम गढूळ पाणी आणि शेवाळ पण बसलेलं असतं, तर ते पिऊ तर शकतच नाही, आंघोळ पण नाही.
काय करतात? इट्स अ व्हेरी बिग प्रॉब्लेम.
या वी यूज वेल वॉटर. आता उन्हाळ्यात त्याचाही प्रॉब्लेम होतो.
यासाठी कोणाकडे जाता तुम्ही ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मध्ये?
ॲज citizens of like we first go to Sarpanch and I think
then
we must be going to the purification department.
you go to Jilla Parishad?
We don't. We convey our problems to Sarpanch and I think he goes to ZP or
अजून चालू नाही झालं आपलं?
no.
किती वर्षापासून?
खूप वर्ष.
पण काहीच नाही झालं?
नाही.
मग आता तुम्ही डिवाइस डेप्टी सीओ झाल्यावर
I'll work on that, so definitely.
छान. चंद्रकांत दादा.
Yes, sir, yes.
इंग्रजीचा वापर कोणा घेऊन घेऊन
Sorry, sir.
नाही, इंग्रजीचा वापर ही मातृभाषा मराठी आहे. म्हणजे एका न्यूनगंडातून करतो इंग्रजी
नाही सर, नाही.
की श्रेष्ठत्व या भाषेमध्ये आहे म्हणून वापरतो.
कॉलेजमध्ये मी असताना कॅम्पस इंटरव्ह्यू झाले आहे, तर त्यामध्ये इंग्लिशमध्ये आपण प्रॅक्टिस केली आहे. तर इंग्लिशमध्ये इंटरव्ह्यूच्या ज्या एन्व्हायरमेंट असतो त्यामध्ये
जास्त इंग्लिश बोललो.
येस सर, आय स्टडीड इन तामिळनाडू, सो दॅट
कारण भाषा सगळ्या शिकल्या पाहिजे.
Yes, sir.
हा गंडातून
नो आय डोंट हॅव एनी. सॉरी.
हा कुठलाही न्यूनगंड आणि अहमगंड. मी जेव्हा खेड्यात राहायला गेलो आणि मी शहरातल्या माझी बाजून मुंबई गेले आहे, तर तिथले जे शिक्षक साहेब ते जाणीवपूर्वक माझ्याशी इंग्रजी बोलायचं होतं. इंग्रजी फार घडवत असं नाही. आणि आम्ही त्या भागात राहत एक ठरवलं होतं की इंग्रजीचा वापर नाही करायचा. याच्यासाठी की ही भाषा त्यांच्यामध्ये एक न्यूनगंड तयार करते. आम्हाला इंग्रजी नव्हतं वगैरे वगैरे नाही. म्हणजे त्याच्यानंतर असं सांगतो की ब्रिटिश काउन्सिलचे लोक माझ्या गावात आले होते. आम्ही महिला ग्रामपंचायत निवडून आणली आणि पाणी पुरवठ्याची योजना वगैरे केली होती. मग त्यांच्याशी ते इंग्रजी बोलणं करावं. मग ते शिक्षक कधी इंग्रजी येतं एका गंडातून सुद्धा असा एक भाग किंवा एक श्रेष्ठत्व माझं सिद्ध करायचं असेल तुम्हाला इंग्रजी बोललं पाहिजे.
आणि मी बोललेलं जे आहे ते बळकटीकरण कशामुळे होतं मला देखील ते फिलिंग आलं. त्याचं कारण हे आहे की जेव्हा आम्ही मराठीमध्ये तुम्हाला प्रश्न विचारतो, यू स्टील प्रिफर रिस्पॉन्डिंग इन इंग्लिश. सो इट शुड बी द लँग्वेज विच द इंटरव्ह्यूअर इज स्पीकिंग. यू स्पीक दॅट लँग्वेज at least that time. Otherwise, you feel that we get an impression that you are trying to impress people by showing off.
No, sir.
बस तेवढं सगळ्या आल्या तरी
एक एक्सप्लेन करू शकतो का? म्हणजे आपण सगळे सर्व्हिसमध्ये येण्यासाठी एक डोमेसाईल ऑफ महाराष्ट्र तर लागतंच. तर हे आपण अज्युम करू शकतो की विद्यार्थ्यांना मराठी येते, पण ह्या सर्व्हिसेसमध्ये येणारे विद्यार्थी म्हणजे त्यांनाही दुसऱ्या राज्याशी कधी संपर्क येऊ शकतो. जर साऊथमध्ये झालं तर त्यांना इंग्लिश येणं म्हणजे चांगली गोष्ट आहे. तर आपण एक प्लस पॉईंट
गंडाशी निगडीत गोष्ट नको, एवढंच मला मान्य. नोंद गंडाची नको आणि नाव गंडाची, कुठल्याही गंडातून ते नाही आलं. भाषा तर तुझ्या म्हणजे त्याला बस एवढंच मला
बरोबर आहे.
पण आता तू कसं ना, तू MPSC साठी आहे ना, तुझं डोमिसाईल स्टेट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, तुझी मदर टंग मराठी आहे, त्याचं सगळं तुझ्या याच्यामध्ये आहे. तर त्याच्यामुळे आपलं कन्व्हर्सेशन आहे, म्हणजे जसं सर म्हणाले त्यांनी प्रश्न इंग्रजीत विचारला, यू कॅन रिप्लाय इन इंग्रजी किंवा यू कॅन रिप्लाय मराठी असतो.
येस,
मराठी. पण आम्ही मराठीत विचारलं तर तू इंग्रजीच सांगितलं तर ते तुला आवड वाटतं. एवढं सगळं वाटतं
की
हा, बाकी काय नाही.
आणि ते दोन्ही वाईट असतं.
पण तुझं एक्सलंट आहे.
आणि एक तुझं अजून एक जाणवलं, लंबे लोक जेवढे असतात